Okay, so we will start the lesson for this set of notes. Okay, very quickly over here we have a square. It has an area of 36 square centimeters. So in primary school, if you're asked, if you're given the area and you're asked to find the side, you probably know that the length is 6 centimeters. But presentation-wise, were you taught to use the square root symbol? Okay, that's great. Okay, so square root of 36, we get 6. Yeah, so we can also say that 36 is the square of 6. So these are the different ways of saying it. 6 squared is the square of 6. Now, if you want to reverse it, we use the square root of 36. So we say that the 6 is the positive square root. 6 is the positive square root of 36. I wonder why they will talk about positive square root of 36. Why must they talk about the word? Why must they include the word positive? What are they suggesting? They are suggesting that there could be a negative, right? Yeah, okay, we'll look at that later on. Okay, so 36, we can split it inside the square root symbol as 6 times 6. So when you see that, our answer is simply 6. Okay, let's look at a few more examples. Square root of 1 is actually square root of 1 times 1. So we get the answer as 1. Square root of 4 is the same as square root of 2 times 2. So the answer is 2, so on and so forth. Okay. Now what about square root of 2 power 6? You see what we are doing over here? What we are doing in all these examples inside the square root is to identify two numbers that are the same, that when multiplied together gives you the corresponding number on the left, right? So in the same way, 2 power 6, are you able to split this number into 2 such that when they multiply together, you get 2 power 6? What are the two numbers? 2 power 3. So 2 power 3 times 2 power 3. Okay, let's double check what this actually means. Okay, this portion, the left hand side refers to square root 2 times 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. So there are 6 of them, right? And then on the right hand side, what do we have? When you say that it is 2 power 3 times 2 power 3. So 2 times 2 times 2. This is your first 2 power 3. And your next 2 power 3, 2 times 2 times 2. Are they the same thing? Yes, they are the same thing. Congratulations, you managed to find out what is the square root. How you managed to rewrite 2 power 6 to become 2 power 3 times 2 power 3. And we also found that when you take a square root of a number, and inside the number, if it is already very nicely split into 2 same numbers, the answer is simply one of that number, right? So this is 2 power 3. That's all that there is. Okay, so what do you think is the square root of 3 power 26? So how do I split this power 26? 13? Okay, 3 power 13 multiplied by 3 power 13, yes. And therefore the answer must be 3 power 13. So we've got these numbers 1, 4, 9, 16. In fact, you continue 25, 36, so on and so forth. They are squares of whole numbers, and we call them perfect squares. Okay, this is a very important term that you need to know. Perfect squares. Okay, so here we have some examples. I know that you can just use your calculator, square root 784, no problem. But let us try in doing it by index notation. So part A, square root of 784. So A, 784, we try and divide it by 2. So 3, 9, and 2. Divide by 2 again. So we get 1. 9, 6. Divide by 2 again. This will give us 98, 2, 49, 7, and 7. Okay, so in part A, my positive square root of 784 is the same as square root of 2 power 4 times 7 power 2. Remember, our goal is to split the number inside the square root into 2 equal parts. So imagine this is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. For them, 7 times 7. How do we distribute these numbers into 2 equal parts? Okay, think first. Okay, very good. Think. How do we divide these 6 numbers? There are 4 2s and there are 2 7s into 2 equal groups. Must be equal. So how many 2s would there be in each group? 2, right? How do you get 2? 4 divided by 2 2 groups, 4 divided by 2. Okay, so in each group, I will have 2 to the power of 2. What about the 7? Just 1, right? So it will be 7. This is in one group, and this is repeated. So 2 power 2 and 7. Can you see within the square root, they are still the same thing? 2 power 4 and 7 power 2. Same, right? And now they have split them into 2 equal parts. What do you think is the answer for this square root? 2 power 2 times 7, yeah. And this time we don't need to write we don't have to write the square root symbol anymore, because once I write down the number inside the square root, just one time of it, you get the answer already. But you need to evaluate. What's 2 power 2 times 7? 2 power 2 times 7? 28, correct. So this is 28. This is how you can do square root without using calculator. You can use a calculator to check out. So these are your homework questions, exercise 1B and 1C. Likewise, exercise 2, homework. Okay, let's start exercise number 3. Any questions on the homework requirements? If not, that's the end of the lesson. Class 10.